Have you ever wondered why some people in their 70s can walk up hills, climb stairs with ease, and enjoy long days with their grandchildren, while others struggle just to get out of a chair? The answer may surprise you. It isn't expensive supplements, complicated gym workouts, or even perfect genetics. In many cases, it's one simple habit that keeps their legs strong, their joints flexible, and their body feeling years younger. And that habit is cycling. If you're over 60, or even over 45, what you're about to learn could completely change the way you think about aging. The truth is, your legs begin losing muscle much earlier than most people realize. After the age of 30, adults naturally lose muscle mass every decade, and after 60, that process speeds up dramatically. This condition, known as sarcopenia, doesn't just make your legs weaker. It steals your independence, reduces your balance, slows your metabolism, increases your risk of falls, and makes everyday activities feel exhausting. But here's the good news. Your body is far more adaptable than you might think. Even if you haven't exercised in years, your muscles can respond to the right kind of movement. And one of the safest, easiest, and most effective ways to wake them up again is through a simple cycling routine. Today, I'll show you the #1 cycling routine that helps keep your legs young after 60. This isn't about racing bikes or riding for hours. You don't need expensive equipment, incredible fitness, or painful workouts. Whether you're overweight, recovering from inactivity, or just beginning your health journey, this routine can be adjusted to fit your ability. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why cycling works, what happens inside your body during every ride, and how just a few minutes a day can help rebuild strength, improve circulation, protect your joints, and even boost your confidence. So stay with me. Because one small change could help you enjoy stronger legs for many years to come. Let's begin with something that almost nobody talks about. When people think about aging, they often focus on wrinkles, gray hair, or memory. But the first place aging usually shows itself is your legs. Think about it. Every step you take depends on the strength of your thighs, calves, hips, knees, and ankles. These muscles support your body every single day. Yet as we get older, many of us become less active without even realizing it. We drive instead of walking. We sit longer watching television. We avoid stairs. We spend more time indoors. Slowly, our leg muscles stop receiving the signals they need to stay strong. Imagine your muscles like workers in a factory. If the factory closes for weeks or months, those workers eventually leave because they're no longer needed. The same thing happens to your muscles. When you stop using them regularly, your body starts breaking them down to save energy. That's why climbing stairs becomes harder. Standing up from the couch feels slower. Even walking around the grocery store becomes tiring. But here's what makes cycling so special. Unlike running, which places heavy impact on aging joints, cycling allows you to strengthen your muscles while protecting your knees, hips, and ankles. Every pedal stroke activates the quadriceps on the front of your thighs, the hamstrings behind your legs, your glutes, calves, and even your core muscles. Instead of pounding your joints, cycling creates smooth, controlled movement that nourishes them. Now this is where things become interesting. Every time you push the pedals, thousands of muscle fibers contract together. Your brain sends electrical signals down your nerves, telling those muscles to work. In response, your muscles begin producing proteins that repair and rebuild damaged tissue. Tiny blood vessels expand, delivering more oxygen and nutrients. Over time, your muscles become stronger, your endurance improves, and everyday movements become easier. It's almost like reminding your body that these muscles are still needed. But here's what most people don't realize. The biggest benefit isn't simply stronger muscles. It's healthier blood circulation. As we age, blood flow naturally becomes less efficient. Arteries lose flexibility, circulation slows, and less oxygen reaches your muscles. That's one reason older adults often complain about tired legs, cold feet, cramps, or swelling. Cycling acts like a natural pump. Every pedal stroke helps squeeze blood back toward your heart, improving circulation throughout your lower body. Better circulation means more oxygen reaches your muscles. Better oxygen means more energy. Better energy means you move more. And the more you move, the healthier your entire body becomes. It's a wonderful cycle that feeds itself. Let me share a simple example. Imagine two neighbors who are both 68 years old. John spends most of his day sitting. He watches television, drives everywhere, and rarely exercises. Susan, on the other hand, rides her bicycle for just 20 minutes most mornings. 6 months later, Susan notices she's climbing stairs without holding the railing. Her legs feel lighter. She has better balance and more confidence. John, meanwhile, feels increasingly stiff and avoids longer walks because his legs tire easily. Their age is the same, but their daily habits have created completely different futures. This isn't about luck. It's about giving your body the movement it was designed for. The number one cycling routine isn't complicated. In fact, its simplicity is exactly why it works. During the first week, aim for just 10 to 15 minutes at an easy pace. You should be able to carry on a conversation while riding. If you're breathing so hard that you can't talk, you're going too fast. Remember, this isn't a race. Your goal is consistency, not speed. During the second week, increase your ride to around 20 minutes. Around the middle of your ride, gently increase your speed for 1 minute, then slow back down for 2 minutes. Repeat this 2 or 3 times. These short bursts wake up more muscle fibers and gently challenge your heart without overwhelming your body. By weeks 3 and 4, try riding for 25 to 30 minutes at least 4 or 5 days each week. Include several short periods where you pedal slightly faster before returning to your comfortable pace. The best part is that your body adapts gradually, making the routine easier every week. But don't make the mistake that many beginners do. Some people believe that longer rides automatically produce better results. They ride too far, become sore, exhausted, and discouraged, then quit after only a few days. That's not the goal. Your muscles grow stronger during recovery, not during exhaustion. Think of every ride as sending a message to your body that says, "Keep these legs strong because I still need them." Another common mistake is pushing heavy gears. Many older adults believe harder pedaling builds stronger legs. In reality, using a lighter gear and pedaling smoothly often places less stress on your knees while still giving your muscles an excellent workout. Smooth, steady movement wins every time. And if you don't own a bicycle, don't worry. A stationary bike provides many of the same benefits. In fact, many beginners feel more confident starting indoors where they don't have to worry about traffic, weather, or balance. The important thing isn't where you ride. It's that you keep moving. Because every single pedal stroke is an investment in your future independence, your confidence, and your quality of life. And the next benefit of this cycling routine is even more surprising, because it doesn't just make your leg